Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Guided Leap of Faith. I want to come out here today and just speak with you a little bit. I'll probably do more than one reading today, but this first one definitely is going to be just a couple of love messages. How the energy is flowing this morning, I really feel like someone is hurting. Um, Trying to heal, confused, don't know what to do, missing someone greatly. Um, and I just feel like there's an energy of sorrow and confusion. And so, since my channel is really about promoting self love, what I want to do in self healing, what I really want to do today is just pull on some loving messages just to throw out to anyone out there that's trying to navigate their feelings and deal with their emotions. Um, Before I do that, I do want to say my quick little prayer. Calling the divine, calling Archangel Michael that you protect me as I do this reading, that you keep away anyone that's wishing any negative energy my way, trying to throw black magic or spell work. Even if someone's trying to do black magic or spell work on the person that's on the collective's mind, that you send that back to that person 10 times fold. I do ask that you help me with this reading, that whoever this message is for, that it touches them and it reaches them and then it does promote them to do some self-healing and self-love and to know their worth and their value. I do ask that nothing but positive energy goes out. Unconditional love is radiated towards all my listeners. I call on Uriel, Gabrielle, Azrael, my archangel, Raphael, and Zachiel, that you help people to be able to forgive and heal from their past traumas, and that you help them to come out of the darkness and walk in their lighter side. Okay, with that being said, for my ancestors, my guardian angels, that you guide me with my reading today, and let it be with your words that I speak. Any messages that you have that need to come through from someone particular, whether it's from the guardian angel or from one of their passed on loved ones, send those messages through me or protect me as they come. Okay, the person that's hurting, I feel like this is their first time experiencing love, true love. I feel like it's new to them, it scared them. They didn't know what to do. They felt like they were losing themselves, losing control. It triggered some abandonment issues and some past wounds in them that they weren't ready to face. I think that they're beating themselves up right now because of how they conducted themselves when they were faced with this love. And I think that they're just realizing that this was real love and not lust. I think that they jumped in something too quick. And they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get out of it. Nor are they really sure if they want to get out of it because they're fear of the unknown. Okay. Something about Mary. I don't know if Mary, the name Mary, rings a bell to someone, but someone named Mary's coming through. So she sees your tears at night. She hears your cries. She knows you're unhappy. She's sorry. She felt like she let you down. She feel like she talked you into getting into this relationship, or she promoted this relationship that you found yourself in. She sees you're grieving, and you need to do what's best for you. Follow your own heart. Don't listen to others. I feel like, there's a woman, there's a strong figured woman, and someone on this collective's mind that's in their life that's a big influence on them. And I do feel like you, the person that's on this collective's mind, which is a male, I'm pulling up a masculine energy, that he feels like he needs to be protective and there for this woman, but this woman has a sense of control over him. And even though he doesn't always agree with what she says, he does do what she say. I feel like this is a sister or a cousin, more like a sister figure. She gives him advice, but she's unhappy. She took on a mothering role. She acts like a mother and takes on a mothering role. Her life isn't the happiest, and she isn't happy with the choices that she made. So the advice that she gives is not always great advice, and it's almost reflected from her unhappiness in her relationship. But yet this person takes this advice, even though their intuition tells them something different, because they don't want to disappoint her, because this is their family. They love her. So think about a red car. Red, small, four-door car. Shovel. What about a shovel? Shovel, shovel, shovel. Something about a shovel. I don't know, somebody's doing yard work, landscaping, gardening, working in their yard, trying to dig something up. Dig up, maybe digging up something from the past. Looking for answers. Like you're trying to find something. Maybe find your way. Gary. Gary is an influential person too. I feel like somebody's having financial loss. They're been losing money lately. Things aren't going right. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, trying to come up with money for something. They feel like they're shelling out too much money for things. They're in a deficit and not broke, but losing money. I feel like things are just coming out of left field that is costing this person finances, and they're getting angry. I feel like they're blaming someone. There's conflict around them, conflict in their household. Yeah. Could be with a children's mom. A parent is definitely something that has to do around children. What else? As somebody's health is being affected. Dialysis? either somebody's on dialysis or may need dialysis or having kidney problem, kidney function, elevated creatinine levels, um, back pain from their kidneys. Feel like somebody may maybe have to be on a special diet, watch what they eat for their kidneys. Addictions. Someone I hear has addictions they need to work with. I don't know if that's gambling, control, sex, drugs. What is there? Water. What about the water? Water. I see like a small lake. Something about water. Maybe you may live by water. Find peace. Find peace by water. Someone needs to go and sit by the water to reflect, to think. Maybe sit in your car, take out a lounge chair, sit by. Look at the water, ground yourself with nature. Find peace. There's peace at the water. What else, Devon? Okay, if you're seeing a lot of numbers and synchronicities, the angels are speaking to you. The divine is trying to get a message to you. If you're hearing songs, if you're listening to music, there's messages in the music for you. Pay attention to the music. Let's pull a few cards. Like I said, oh my gosh, okay. Page of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's lacking focus. They feel like they missed the opportunity. They lack direction in their life. This card's right. Oh, okay. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is in a codependent relationship. There's a lot of neglect in there and greed. This person, they're together out of greed. They're just materialistic. The both of them are, and it's about what they could do for one another. The passion, there's no passion, there's no love anymore. Both parties, well, might not be both parties, but I feel like the Queen of Pentacles, the female in the relationship, is really possessive over the masculine. She may like check on him, follow him, question him, go through his phone, keep up with him. She doesn't trust him. He doesn't really have a lot of trust for her either, but she definitely doesn't trust him. So she's constantly on him. But the love and passion is gone. It's just codependent. This is somebody who I believe they've been with for a while. It's not even like a marriage anymore. It's like a roommate situation. Hermit. So this person is going in their hermit mode. So they're spending some time to themselves in solitude and introspection. They're asking for guidance. They're looking for wisdom. The divine is trying to guide them intuitively as to what they need to do to make these changes in their life. We have the Four of Cups. With this Four of Cups, with this is, again, going back to the introspection, this person being in introspection, they're so dissatisfied with their life right now, and they're contemplating change. They're not happy with the choices that they made, and to the point where they're so in their thoughts that they don't see the cup that divine is handing to them. They're ignoring that because they're focused on the ones in front of them. So The divine is trying to tell you that it's time to consider new possibilities. It's trying to consider a new path, a new way of doing things, but you're just not focused. You're still in your mind and overthinking things, that you're not paying attention to the answers or to the cup of love, the direction that the divine is trying to send you in. So what we have here is the Three of Cups. So this person, this comes underneath the page. So the person that feel like they missed a lack of opportunity, the person that has lack of focus, they were partying. You know, they were partying in excess, doing drugs in excess. Have a wandering eye, hooking up with other men, women. Please, these are, you know, energy. Could be male or female. We both possess male and female energy. So whoever the person is on your mind, I might say she, or he, but put it where it belongs in your situation, because I don't know your personal story. This is a general reading, okay, not a personal reading. So if I'm saying he or she, and you're the person on your mind, just the opposite sex to what I'm saying, please put that where it belongs. Okay, so this person was disconnected. They were disconnected to the love that was handed to them, the divine, the person that divine sent to love on this person to help them heal. They weren't focused on that person because they were indulging in other things. Okay, and this is how they missed the opportunity. Celebrating with their friends. Okay, so what we have here is the Ten of Cups. So what this person is looking for is fulfillment, a happy family life. They want joy, okay, but they need to get out of this codependent relationship that they're in order to move towards this. There's not going to be happiness in this codependent relationship. So in order to have this happy family life, they need to get out of this codependent relationship with this Queen of Pentacles. What we have here is Judgment. This person is being, judgment has been called. Because this person abused the relationship that was sent to them by the divine, the love that was sent to them, the person that helped them heal, you know, this person is now having to be accountable for their actions. So, you know, earlier when I talked about this person might be losing money, things are at a loss, maybe conflicts with friends, family, getting into disagreements, just unhappy, things not working out in their favor. This is all part of their judgment and so to speak, karma, shall we say. This person misused the gift. Divine sent a high-level soulmate or a twin flame to this person to help guide them onto a new path, for them to experience unconditional love, for them to have happiness and joy and fulfillment and a happy family life in his loving way, in the light. This person obviously was on the wrong path, and divine wanted to guide them to the right path. They weren't ready. They more or less said, divine, I see this person you sent. I'm not ready. I want to stay in my partying ways, my drug ways, whatever I'm doing, my negative shadow side. I want to stay there for a little longer. I'm content. I still have partying in me. I still have girls I want to hook up with. I still want to smoke, drink, hang with my friends. I'm not ready to grow up. I'm not ready to do the mission that you sent me here to do. I'm not ready to walk in the light. You know, and this person's hanging around with negative people that are doing the same thing, and they're enjoying it, and they were enjoying being in the dark in their devil energy, okay? So they weren't ready. So when they pushed aside the prize that the divine was handing them, and they mistreated and they misused that, they're now dealing with not being happy and missing the opportunity. But not only that, but because this person was so loving to them, because this person was there on a mission to help them heal, and because this, you know, they mistreated, a gaslit, betrayed, misused this person that was a gift from divine, judgment has been called. Okay? So now this person is accountable for their actions. This person is going to have to go through an awakening, a rebirth. Thank you. What we have here is the King of Cups. So this is an emotional, mature person, the King of Cups, and they're being asked to master their emotions, to balance out their emotions, to get some calmness, and basically come out of judgment to grow into a King of Cups, to be willing to let love in, and not only let love in, but to give love. Okay? What we have here is the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, God himself. This is tradition. This person's being spiritually guided. The ancestors. This person's ancestors and their spirit guides and the divine himself is trying to help this person through intuitively. They're trying to give them signs and synchronicities on dreams, maybe, on what they need to do, how to change, how to break, to conform, to break tradition, to get out of the old ways that they were doing things. It's time to grow up. Let's just call it what it is. Divine is saying, grow the fuck up. Okay? That's what it is. It's time. You're sitting here for a mission, and we all are, and it's time. There's going to be a tower moment. There's going to be a tower moment, and this is coming in with the codependent relationship, the Queen of Pentacles. So there's going to be chaos, if not already, sudden change within this relationship, this codependent relationship that this masculine and this feminine have with each other. This person who they may be married, long-term, living with, children's mother, business relationship, whatever it is, there is going to be an upheaval in that relationship. There's going to be a sudden change going on in there. And it's going to be unexpected and unavoidable. And the reason being is because it has already played itself out. This is somebody in a karmic relationship. You were in that relationship to learn lessons about yourself. You're both there. This karmic came into your life to teach you something about yourself, take you through the lessons. And if you've been in that karmic relationship for a while, it's because you are not learning the lesson. I know you had to have been getting the intuitive hits, because there's too much intuition cards out there to say it's time to move on and let go. So if fear is keeping you in this relationship, you need to let go of the fear and know that this relationship has already run its course. Not only has it run its course, but because you did not move when you were told to move, divine is going to pull it apart. The foundation has cracks in it. There's no more love, there's no more trust, there's no more passion. It's run its course. Okay? It's time for you to grow. It's time for change. It's time for the both of you to grow and change and not depend on one another. Get out of your comfort zone. Move on. There's better. Divine has a better path for you. New lessons for you to learn. New work for you to do. So what we have here now is the Empress in reverse. So this is when this judgment call was called on you, when I said that the divine sent someone to you to love, and you did not love on that person, instead you betrayed that person to go because you were in this codependent relationship. This person presented themselves with this a third party person presented themselves as being the Empress, as being the love of your life, but they weren't. This is somebody who lacks growth. They create blocks for you. So you need to understand that the person that you're with, you're not going to prosper because this person is not the Empress. They're in your life and they're going to create blocks. So if you're trying to build businesses, if you're trying to grow money, being with the Empress in reverse, the karmic, This is a person who, if divine has blessings for you, you will not receive the blessings that are in store for you because of the person that you have attached yourself to. This person with this negative attitude, this negative personality, this person who is living in their darker side. The reason being is because if the divine has a blessing for you but not for them, and you have attached yourself to this person who's not showing growth, who's stagnation, you're not going to get the blessing because it's not for you to share with them. It's not for them to benefit off of. They will just hold you back, hold back your blessings, withhold your growth. So you have to pay attention when God is trying to bless you and you see that your money's going funny, your health is going bad, things are just happening to you like bad luck, rings of bad luck over and over again, and you can't figure out what's going on. Look at the company that you're keeping, okay? Because a lot of times that's where it is. Pay attention. Let go. When it's time for you to grow, it's time for you to grow. And if the people around you don't encourage your growth, don't appreciate your growth, or try to talk you or make fun of you or whatever, put down like changes that you want to make, it's because they just want to hold you down. They want to hold you back. They can't see growth in their own lives, and they don't want you to move on and leave them behind. But as we grow spiritually, people will fall off. Everyone is not meant to travel that road with you. You need to keep that in mind. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's hard because you have relationships that you've built. You love people, you enjoy the times, but just take those memories with you and take the lessons that they came into your life to teach you. But understand, everyone is not meant to travel that new road with you, okay? So what we have now is the Four of Swords in reverse. So this is letting me know that the person on your mind, they're burnt out, they're restless, they're not sleeping, they feel trapped in a situation, they've been ignoring the warning signs coming from divine. They're just not, they're not paying attention. They're just ignoring them. They see them. Oh, they know. They know exactly what divine is telling them. They're just ignoring them, okay? Because of whatever reasons, maybe fear, they feel trapped. It could be that this person that they're a codependent to, that they have money tied up together, and they're just thinking about, what am I going to lose if I get our relationship? Maybe we have a home, maybe we have bank accounts, maybe we have businesses, maybe we just have money tied into each other. The relationship, maybe they were with somebody who had kids, maybe they have kids together, maybe they're thinking about, is it going to change the dynamic of the relationship with the kids if they left, how, if they went to be with somebody else, how would the kids feel? How would their family feel? How would they be looked at? So they just feel trapped. But this is all mental, okay? They need to understand that you're not bound to be there. It's all in your mind, and things will work out fine, because when divine moves you towards a new beginning, he works everything falls in place. So you're being trapped by fear. And if you're holding on to material things, and if you're worried about material things, then you're still in your shadow side, and you're not walking to your lighter side, and you're just putting money above love. Divine is all about love. What else, Spirit? What else is going on? Ace of Pentacles. This person wants a new beginning. They want a new beginning. They want to be abundant. They want to manifest you back, the one that they lost. They want a new beginning with you. So you must be in no contact with the person in your mind. And they want the opportunity to see you again. They want to talk to you. They want to come out of, you know, this place that you've placed them in, the friend, you know, I feel like whatever friendship, relationship you did have with them, that you blocked it, they want to come out of that. They want to be able to communicate. See, they want things to go back where it was, or maybe not even just go back where it was, but just have a new beginning with you all together. Just do things differently. They want to be successful with you. They want to give to you this time. Yeah, this person definitely is feeling lost. Well, they want forgiveness. They feel like you're moving on. They feel like they want to move on from the relationship that they're in, and they also have accepted the fact that you're moving on from them and it's bothering them. They're accepting that you're going to have a new beginning with somebody else. This person feels left out in the cold, you know. Um, so Three of Pentacles. So they're trying to figure out what they could do. They were talking to somebody, I feel like, I don't know, maybe a mentor, a friend, a relative, therapist, but they're trying to collaborate with someone to figure out, like, what they could do to achieve their goals, how they can come back to you, make this relationship work, get out of the trouble that they're in with you, get out of these hard times, this bad vibe. They realize at this point that you see them in a negative view and they don't like how you see them, and they're just trying to figure out how they can change this view, what they could do to make things right. One more of these. Oh my gosh, no, that's too many. Well, I'll take the first. Well, maybe I'll take them. There's how many? Oh gosh. Okay, I'll just take them. You want me to take them? I'll just take them. Okay, so the first one came out is strength. So this person is trying to be brave. They're trying to find the inner strength and the courage to come to you and to get out of this mind space of feeling trapped, to fight their fears. Okay, they're trying to get the strength to be vulnerable with you. But in this picture, it's like the Empress is like holding him down, like he wants to attack. So they want to come out of, you know, this, but they're fighting it. They're not peacefully coming into the strength, you know. They're really fighting the change. They're fighting with it instead of just allowing it to happen. Right here, okay? So this person with the Six of Wands, they have lack of recognition. They don't have the confidence. They lack inspiration. They don't feel victorious. They're not doing the work. Like I said, they're fighting the strength. They're not doing the work that they need to do, the inner work to heal so that they can come into union with you. And you are who they want. You know, you are the Queen of Cups. They see that in you is emotional stability. They know that you are intuitive, you're nurturing, you're empathetic. You know, they know that your heart space is pure and unconditional. And they want to be with this Queen of Cups because they know that they'll be happy there, but they're not doing the work to heal so that they can come back into union with you, or possibly have the potential of coming into union with you. Okay, so let's get, because I didn't want this to be long, let's just get some feelings of loving messages. This is going to some loving messages from them. We know this person is in their head. They're feeling hurt. They're not fighting for what they want. They're staying stuck, not listening to the divine, waiting for the divine to just make things happen instead of trying to make it happen themselves and do the work themselves. They just expect the universe to just let go day by day and think, oh, the universe is going to take care of everything. Everything's going to be what it's going to be. Okay, that's not the right way to do it, because you're not going to like. The universe will take over, for sure, in divine timing. But when they do, you're going to wish you would have done it on your own. Okay? So let's just see. Let's get some loving messages or some messages from the person to you, collective, to let you know, let them opportunity to speak their mind. Okay. What is there? What would you like to say? The person in collective's mind. What would you like to say? Thank you. Twin flame. Yeah, I said earlier, when I saw the card that divine was giving you a gift, I said that I felt like this was a twin flame. You are this person's twin flame. You balance them out. You complement them. You guys are polar opposites. So this could be a situation where you're black, he's white. Reverse that if you want. Maybe one's religious, one's spiritual. Maybe one grew up with money, one grew up poor. Maybe one grew up on one side of town and the other grew up in more, I don't want to say hood. I want to say different. What's the word? So that I could be politically correct. Maybe they had more struggles than what you had. Maybe this person feel like you're bougie and they're more down to earth, or whatever. But you guys are polar opposites, and that could have bothered them because you're not what they're used to. So they felt like, oh, this is not going to work, this person is so different from me. But yet you balance them out, and you put them at peace, you put them at ease, you make them feel loved, you really compliment them, because what they don't realize is what they're missing. You have their weaknesses are your strengths, and vice versa. Your weaknesses are their strengths. So you guys are perfect together in union. But they may have just been too blind to see that for what it was. Or maybe they let people get in their head and say something to them. Addictions. This person is fighting addictions. I told you I felt that way earlier in my preamble. And again, it speaks about codependency. So, and obsessions, possessions, emotional blocks. So this person is blocking their heart from love. They probably were hurt before in a previous relationship, but they never healed that. Whether it comes from family, parenting, sexual, relationships. This person may also be dealing with some codependency with drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, just money. They, like the greed of money. This person could be possessive and controlling. Okay. What else? What else, Spirit? Let's go. I'll just go again. What else is there you want to say? Are those the only messages? Okay, no more. Only do 3. No messages come out. Then those are the top 2 things. This person's addictions and okay. Okay, flying out. Soulmate. Again, you are a high-level soulmate. You are this person's life partner. There was a soul contract between you two to come together, because again, we're here to do work for the Lord. Everyone, it has a purpose here. Okay, we're not here to just lollygag, have fun in the streets, do what we want to do. Everyone has a soul purpose. Okay, and you're being called on to fulfill that soul purpose. There was a soul contract, and you and the gift that the divine sent to you We're supposed to do this soul contract together. This is your life person. The person you walked away from or you let get away from you was your life partner, your mate. What else? Thank you. Anything else? Self-indulgence. Okay, so you need to work on your self-worth and your value. You're being called to heal, to do your shadow work, to appreciate yourself more. Maybe look in the mirror, tell yourself on a daily, what you deserve. I love myself. I know what I deserve. I deserve self-respect. I deserve someone who's going to align with my morals and my values. I deserve someone who's going to trust me, love me, respect me. I deserve to have a better way of life. I deserve to live in a better house. I deserve to have a better job. I deserve to not have this anxiety, better health. Tell yourself, and what you deserve and believe it. And don't settle for less than that. The runner in reverse. This is somebody who's tired of running. This is somebody who ran from intimacy. They weren't listening. They let go. They now want you back. They don't want to let you go. Okay? They're tired of running away. They're tired of not being happy. They now want a loving relationship. But this is somebody who gave into seduction. They're still easily tempted by third-party temptation. They still are doing hookups, going on dates. This person can't be loyal to you. And they're not loyal to the person that they're codependent on. I can tell you that. I can tell you that now. I think this person has sexual addictions. We talk about addictions. I think they have an addiction to sex. Sword and Roses in reverse. So this is somebody who is not seeing your relationship or your lack of relationship at this point clearly. They're still not understanding and honoring and protecting that and realizing that you are the one. They're still going back and forth in their head about that, And then we have Teddy Bear in reverse. So this is somebody who is still wanting to flirt. They still want to go out there, be with other women, give into temptation. But this is somebody who's no longer interested in their person that they're in a codependent relationship with. Okay? So, let's go one more time in here. Thank you. Okay, so talking came out sideways like this. So this is somebody who, again, wants to send you messages, communicate with you, call you, email you, talk to you, see you. It's not, in reverse. It's sideways. So they are thinking about communicating with you some way. So if you have them blocked, they're going to find a way to communicate with you, or they may pop up at your house because they can't communicate with you at this time, and they have something that they want to say. Okay? They want to say something to you. So let me just pull a few timing messages, and let's see if I can kind of get, a time for you. Maybe just 2 or 3. Because timing, is fluid. So we're all on different time zones, different parts of the world. So I'm just going to get no more than 3. And then we'll wrap this up. And again, like if you're watching this and you follow what I'm saying, and if I'm resonating with you, I do ask that you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I do come on to do a message for you. And leave a comment if you like, Alright, let's see. Can we get a timing? Something about the number 17. I don't know if the number 17 means anything to you. 17 days, 17 weeks. This is in the month of March, so it could be March of next year. This person could be trying to come out of a codependent relationship, get a divorce, or something, and it's going to take time. It might not be finalized until March of next year. I don't know where you are in the part of the world, if you know, but something about March, something number 17. Next couple weeks, some of you may hear from this person within the next couple weeks. This has the number 3, so 3 might be significant for you. Could be your life path number. 3 actually is a divine number. Um, in tarot, it is divine, so this could be something that is definitely divinely guided. You know, when you speak to this person in a couple of weeks, it may be being led to you by the divine. Give me one more. Something tried to come out, but it didn't. Okay, you did. Thank you. And timing is much further in the future. And then we have the 57 out here. So this person could be 57. 57 could mean something to you. May, that could be May 7th or whatever. But timing is much further in the future. So, and I get that, because this person does need to heal. They have work they need to do. So they don't need to jump from this codependent relationship into another relationship without taking time to themselves to heal themselves from past wounds and to get themselves together, and before they come back into your life, so that you guys can be successful if you're able to work things out. So this is my reading for you for today. Thank you for joining in, and as always, love and heal. Thank you.